This is the most challenging game in Japan. If you win, you can get all of the other party's property, but if you lose, you'll instantly become poor. The rules of the game are pretty straightforward. Both sides convert their property into gold bars of equal value and place them on the weighing pans on either side of a balanced scale. Whoever has the heavier side wins. The game lasts for a total of 5 hours, and during this time, each side can seek external help 3 times from friends, family members, and the live audience respectively. At this moment, standing on either side of the balance scale are the 2 wealthiest men in Japan, Nick, a real estate tycoon, and Jack, a financial oligarch. They didn't hesitate to sign the contract in order to obtain the other's property. Then the game officially began. According to the regulations, they had to bring all of their assets to the scene for assessment. Even the rings and watches on their hands had to be taken off. Soon, the assessment results came out. Nick's initial assets were about 50 billion yen, while Jack's were a bit less, only 40 billion yen. But this was just temporary. Whether they could win or not still depended on the external assistance. Next, it was time for the external help round. The first round was for seeking help from friends. Right from the start, Jack showed off his powerful network of contacts. Groups of friends kept showing up one after another. However, it was strange that all these friends looked rather unhappy. Quickly, Jack had a large amount of additional gold, but Nick wasn't worried at all. Although he had fewer friends, most of them were wealthy. For example, the old man in front of him was the most famous collector in the country. The ivory and coral he brought were extremely valuable. But to everyone's surprise, the organizers said that these 2 items couldn't be included in the game. The reason was that there was no record of them, so their value couldn't be appraised. When Kevin heard this, he got angry on the spot. These items had cost billions of yen, and he even brought the invoice. How could they not be found? Was the organizer being unfair? Jack told him that this was the game rule. If they didn't agree with it, why did they sign the contract in the first place? In other words, it was already too late for Nick to regret. However, Nick still wasn't worried because he had an ace up his sleeve. His classmate, who was as rich as a nation. His classmate brought gold bricks worth 5 billion yen. If nothing unexpected happened, Nick was sure to win. But unexpectedly, something unexpected did occur. The classmate said sorry to Nick and then turned around and gave the gold bricks to Jack. It turned out that just a few days ago, Jack had discovered that his company had been cooking the books and used this to threaten him to give the money to himself, or else he'd ruin his reputation and make him go bankrupt. Just like that, Nick's advantage of 10 billion yen was quickly caught up. The 2 sides of the balance scale were now almost equal. As for who would have the last laugh, it would depend on their performance in the next 2 rounds.